Hi, I'm Gidon from technologyman.com. Today I'm going to look at two power banks which are really useful devices for charging up your smartphones or tablets or any other gadgets when you're out and about. The first power bank is from Cygnett, and the second one is from TPLink. It's the Cygnett Chargeup Digital 10,000, and this is a TPLink 10,400. The number there refers to the capacity. 10,000 milliamp hours is a really decent capacity. It'll allow you to charge up an iPad Air, for example, from a completely dead battery all the way up with a little bit to spare, and it'll allow you to charge up an iPhone, for example, about 5 times, Galaxy S6 about 4 times, and an iPhone 6 Plus around about 3 times. That's from a completely dead battery. So let's take a look at both of these devices. We'll take a look at the Cygnett Chargeup Digital power bank first. It's a slimline device, probably about the thickness of my thumb. It's got a lithium polymer battery in. It's got 2 USB ports. They're both able to deliver 2 amps. And then it's got a micro USB charging port as well. There are 2 things that I like about this device. First of all, it's slimline. And secondly, you've got a digital display. I press and hold the power button that tells you exactly how much charge is remaining, and that works when you're discharging, i.e. charging up your tablet or your smartphone, and also when you're charging it up. When you're charging it up, the digital display flashes, so you can see it's charging up. If we take a look at the TP-Link device, we can see it's a completely different design. It's much more chunky. You couldn't really slide it in your back pocket, and even in the back pocket of your rucksack it's going to jut out a little bit. So I find that not so useful. You have 2 charging ports on here, just like the Cygnett, but the difference is one is 1 amp and the other is 2 amp. You've also got a torch on here, but it is a very dim torch and it'll only be useful in the most sort of desperate situations. It's not even as bright as a torch on your smartphone. Instead of the digital display, you've got 4 LEDs that light up, and you can show that's fully charged, but obviously that's in 25% increments, so you can't tell exactly how much charge you've got left. Again, you've got the micro USB at the side for charging. If we take a look at what both these power banks come with, the TP-Link comes with a micro USB charging cable and also a convenient little velvet case. The Cygnett power bank comes with a nice short micro USB cable. Neither device come with a lightning USB charging cable. What would be really good is if they included something like this Cygnett one, which has both lightning and micro USB, and then you pretty much cover 90-95% of the gadgets on the market. Okay, I'm going to use a little USB current meter to check what these devices are actually delivering when you're plugged into the 2 ports. If we start with the Cygnett device, both the ports here are delivering 2 amps, so it doesn't matter which one you use. If I plug this into an iPad to charge up an iPad, which can draw up to 2.4 amps, you can see that we can deliver almost 2 amps via the Cygnett on either port. With the TP-Link device, whether I use the 1 amp or the 2 amp charging port, they both deliver only 1 amp to the iPad. Now that's something to do with the iPad not recognising the TP-Link's ability to charge up to 2 amps. Perhaps a different device or a newer iPad may be different, and certainly when I've tried, I've got a small Windows hybrid, Asus hybrid laptop which also charges off micro USB. And that does take about 1.3 amps, so it definitely can deliver more than 1 amp through that 2 amp port on the TP-Link, but not to the iPad, not in my tests. If we look at charging the device itself, the tables are slightly turned. On the Cygnett, that can only take a maximum of 1 amp charge, whereas through the micro USB charging port, whereas the TP-Link can take up to about 1.3 amps. And that's whether I charge it off a 2.4 amp charging port on a USB hub, or the 12 watt, which is also 2.4 amp iPad charger. So for the 10 amp hour battery on these two devices, it's going to take about 10 hours to charge it up with the Cygnett, and a little bit less than that for the TP-Link. So that's an advantage to the TP-Link there. Okay, I hope you found the video useful. If you do want some more details, please do take a look at thetechnologyman.com, and thanks very much for watching.